That has sparked a myriad of reactions from public after the cabinet approved the importation and use of genetically modified products, GMO. Genetically modified organisms can be defined as organisms in which the genetic material DNA has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally by mating or natural recombination. The technology is often called modern biotechnology or gene technology, sometimes also recombinant DNA technology or genetic engineering. It allows selected individual genes to be transferred from one organism to another and also between non-related species. Foods produced or using GM organisms are often referred as GM foods. As the country continues to raise concerns about GMO, CEO of National Biosafety Authority, Dr. Roy Mugira, has assured the country that it is safe for consumption.
That which we have put a seal of approval as NBA and said that this is safe to go to the environment, to go to cultivation and to land onto your table, it is indeed safe. If I use Kiswahili, I would say it is hakika.
Mugira says GMO crops are drought resistant and also use less pesticides, which is good for not only consumption but also the environment.
The large majority that we'll be looking at from this side, or from Kenya, for example, is drought resistance, pest and disease resistance. A potato is coming up that is resistant to blight, so it is in the trials. Cassava has already gone through a number of phases of approval. Actually, it is just waiting for what is called national performance trials, which is resistant to viruses. So largely it is in disease resistance and drought resistance. That doesn't limit us. One research going on at Kenyatta University is looking at enhancing the nutritional value of sorghum. You know, sorghum, a lot of time we consider it as a peripheral crop. If it can be enhanced to provide basic and very important micro and macronutrients, then it becomes useful. So enhancement of nutrition, pest and disease resistance, and drought resistance. Those are the key ones that I can think of from where I see it as the top of what we will be considering going forward.
The lifting of the ban on GMOs by the Kenya government has brought mixed reactions in the country, with members of the Kenya Peasants League and Kangemi grassroots human rights movement condemning the move, saying it's meant to benefit a few greedy companies in Kenya, but also have long-term negative effects in the country.
And this line has been bought by governments in the global south, including the Kenyan government, in pushing for cultivation of GMO crops. We, as the movement, contend that yes, genetic engineering takes place in the field, but it is different from what takes place in the labs, where you find that foreign genes are introduced into the organisms, therefore altering the genetic makeup of those organisms.
Tunataka serikali hii maneno ya GMO tunataka itoke kabisa. Juu tunajua the impact of GMO si kwa wakulima peke yake, pia wenye wanakula hizi chakula. Tunajua vizuri sana the impact of GMO. So serikali nataka kutuonyesha, wanajaribu kutuambia kwamba wanataka kutuua. Juu tumejua tukikula hizi chakula ni sumu tunakula kwa mwili.
Dr. Mugira, however, says there is no much difference between the GMO and normal crops, and that no evidence has been provided to prove that GMO is harmful.
The cotton that is genetically modified is cotton. The only difference is just a small fragment of the gene that makes that protein, which helps it to resist the bollworm.
Lifting of the ban on genetically modified products is one way the government wants to ensure food security in the country, as drought continues to affect millions of Kenyans in 23 counties. Brian Amwai, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Brian Amwai. Sharia compliant